So if you're anything like me, I love making my own sigils, especially because it makes it more personal for whatever I'm trying to manifest. Due to some interesting developments in meeting some fabulous people at American Occultist, it's a brick and mortar that opened up in a town, a bit of a drive for me, but still absolutely worth it. They're called American Occultist, and I guess they're also a shop on TikTok. Who the hell knew? But you know what? That's what you get for avoiding TikTok, am I right? But this Sigil Forge thing is actually rather nifty because you've probably all seen the old school where you write out what you're intending and then you get rid of the doubles and make a sigil that way by layering it. I don't know about you, but I always found that kind of messy and dirty, and I just didn't like it. So I started using old alphabets, runes, all that jazz. But these guys actually made it a way that you can actually use regular old English to make your own sigils. Now, a couple things that come into this lovely box are a kind of a viewfinder thing that you use these lovely circles for. You have a couple of straight numbers, one that is kind of scrambly numbers, one that is straight numbers, and a few letter rings. This one is what they had with all the letters minus the vowels, if you're one of those that wants to get rid of the vowels. This one is the straightforward alphabet, and this one is what they called the chaos alphabet, where they scrambled all the letters up. And because we're going into Leo season, and with all of my readings actually showing that we've been having a lot of issues with confidence, courage, and all that, I want to help you guys make a sigil for courage using the Sigil Forge by American Occultist. Now, please keep in mind, I don't get paid for any of this. I just found it to be abso-freaking-lutely awesome and an amazing little toy. And not trying to take away from it at all, but some things, though, that I definitely recommend before using your Sigil Forge is with the viewfinder, after you pick out the ring you're using, like I said, we'll be using the Chaos one that has all the letters scrambled up. You will obviously need a piece of paper, and some things that I found that helped me out while I've been playing with it is a ruler, old school ruler, and a binder clip, and last but absolutely not least, a pencil, because you will want to clean it up and make it pretty for your sigil making. Now, the nice thing about these rings is that they legit fit nicely right in here. You can see I'm not even holding it in there. The reason why I say the binder clip is because I found that as I got started, the paper liked to slip on me a little bit. So you just lift this here, preferably while holding your little ring, or if you want to put the paper in before the ring, by all means. And then once you have your paper and everything there, that's where the binder clip comes into play. And I put it on there just enough so I can still kind of see the letters, but also keep it out of my way while still keeping everything held on. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of tugging on this a little bit. It is not going to move. But now that we got that all set up and ready to go, let's turn this camera around so you can see what I'm drawing, and you can kind of find a slightly easier way to use this. I still absolutely love it, but I highly, highly recommend those cute little extra bits. But let's make that sigil. All right, now that we're all set up, as you can see, I kind of just threw the ring on there. And we're definitely going to have to hunt the letters a little bit, but that's what makes this actually a little bit more fun, if I'll be honest with you, because it makes you pay attention not just to spelling out the word, but what you're trying to do. And as we start, just going to put one end of the ruler here and line it up with the O over here. And we're going to draw our first line for courage. As I said, one of the reasons why you definitely going to want to use pencil is because you're going to want to clean this up when you're done. Try and make sure I don't accidentally hit my camera here. So after the C-O, we need to find U. And U is over here, so you can either curve it over. I'm going to try and make a line over to it. starting at one point and going over here. Definitely going to end up just making a curve from the looks of it. And then from the U, we're going to go to the R. And from the R to the A. Then over to G. And then from the G to the E, which is tucked in right over here. And actually, we'll probably just make it a curve, because why not? Now, once we have that all squared away and taken care of, like I said, we're going to want to clean this little sucker up a little bit, right? So let's get our binder clip off here, move it from the ring, and hey, yep, that looks a little bit like a mess, right? So that's why pencil is your friend. So just erase a little bit here. Reconnect that and that. Connect that a little bit better and connect that just a little bit better. And I don't know about you, but that looks like an actually rather beautiful sigil compared to if we just overlap the letters. C-O-U-R-A-G-E. And it would look really honestly a lot more like, and then O, that looks like a freaking mess, right? Mess, mess, mess. Absolutely gross. I would rather do this all day, every day. But honestly, seriously, Sigil Forge, American Occultist, I will definitely be putting their Facebook information onto the description, because I tell you what, old way, their way, all day, every freaking day. And the nice thing is that you don't have to buy the whole kit in itself. You can actually just grab what I can best describe as the viewfinder and only one of the rings from what I was able to see in their store. I do it because this looks so much better. And for those of you that are looking to do a little bit of extra courage spelling today but don't have the time to look these guys up, feel free to take a screenshot and copy that little sucker, because that looks more like a courage sigil than that ever will. Happy spelling, my friends, and don't forget to support small, because between a small reader and a small business, I believe I just gave you all gold. Have a great day.